Okay. God, I hope you can hear me. The wind's really bad, but these valves are Irritrol 205 valves. They do have a controller. This guy right here is a controller. You can control the flow. Pretty much I've had them open. These were installed in 1995. And what's happening is when the controller would turn it on, the actual diaphragm, the diaphragm that's in there, was not opening up all the way, and so the sprinkler heads would only come up about an inch, and so it wasn't getting the water on the grass. And so the first thing we checked the solenoid, to make sure it was within the range. I think the ohms should be anywhere between like 15 and 25 or something like that. This one I replaced a while back. You can tell it's a little bit newer than that one. But anyway, that's the valve we're working on. And so the issue that we find is you need to replace the diaphragm, and that fixes the issue. And this is the third one. I have nine stations, and at least four of them I've replaced. So this is going to be the fourth one. So if you do have a system and it's doing that where when you turn it on through the controller and the sprinkler heads only come up at about an inch, more than likely it's probably your diaphragm that's inside the control valve. Alrighty, we'll talk to y'all later. Video, and then you got to press the.
Okay, it's going.
It's going. All right, so we're gonna remove this guy first, the solenoid. We'll test it. I'll get the meter and we'll test it here in a little bit because it could be bad. So that's the solenoid. Okay. Let's see. I'll put it over. So it can stay right there. All right. So now. It's a 1/4 inch. The only problem is this 1/4 inch doesn't fit there, so you got to do it with your flat head or flat. So we'll take these out. All right, and then we'll come in with the I don't know if this is a number 2 or whatever in flat screwdriver. All right, and now sometimes this is, you figure, should just come off.
Yep.
And you kind of have to mess with it. Come on. I don't know why I'm cleaning. I just don't want any dust or dirt to fall in there. Let's keep on moving it. Come on. I know that I have all the screws off. At least I think I do. Maybe I don't. Maybe these aren't all the way off. Yeah, they're definitely all the way off, man. Wow. All right, unscrew them some more. What the heck, right? What's it gonna hurt? All right. That wind is terrible, man. Okay. All right, I know they're loose now, all of them. Ah, there
it is.
All right, and so there's a spring in there. I'm going to grab the spring. So you got to be mindful of that, and then mindful of the way this goes. Let me show you the new one. This is the new one, so that part goes down, and so the gray part comes up over here. Comes up like this. But you got to put this guy in first. All right, so let's do that real quick. Let's see if we can just do that right here without having to aside. Let's get this guy out of here. All right. Okay. There's that little arrow. I don't know if you can see that arrow. That goes toward this guy over here, which corresponds to where the solenoid goes. All right. So if you look at this on the solenoids here, so the diaphragm, that has to go this way. All right. So we put all that there. Now that usually should stay there. Now we're gonna put this guy in ever so. Okay. All right, so let's see if I can at least get one in here. Whoa. Hopefully we can get this in here. Okay. See if all these will go in there easy. These two guys I got to do with the flathead. And I have it on this setting right here. If you do, I didn't even know what that is. How many inch pounds of torque, I have no idea, but I did one of these. I did it with the one and it started leaking, so we had to tighten it. Okay. Let's change this guy, and let me just get, oh god, don't get old. Oh yeah, here we go. Let's see if this will. Okay, so, and we hope that everything is perfecto mundo in there. We'll find out right now when we try to turn on the system here. Let's hope that we did. If not, we'll have to open it up again. All right, so now what we can do is, let me let's go ahead and check this. Let's see, what does it say here? Does it say how much resistance it should have? Nope, just 24 volts, 60 hertz, 0.4 amps, 0.4, I think it says 0.4 amps, and holding it's 0.2. Yeah, you know, you could probably figure out the resistance. Anyway, let me just go ahead and put it back on there, and then I'll show you all how to check that resistance. And I'm just trying to get dirt and stuff off of there, so I'm going to go this way. I'm going to do this number.
And why are you doing that?
So that when I righty-tighty, these things get straight. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
The wires. It's either that or you. Hang on a second. Let me just clean in here. It's either that or what you got to do is just disconnect it from here. This guy.
Right.
You disconnect it from here, and then you put it on. It's right there, and it's going on fairly easy now. But we'll check the. Okay. So it's there, and snug. There. All right, now let me go ahead. Let me go get the meter, and we'll check the resistance from here to there. All right, I'll be back. Oh. What?
All right.
The Android does, the phone, when if you go down like this, sometimes it does it vertically, which I can't stand. But okay, this is
yes, because of the.
I don't know why it doesn't. This is a brand new solenoid for this system, and so let me go ahead and connect it, and then we'll compare the resistance to the one down there. So, and all we're doing right now is just checking the resistance. and should be around anywhere between 15 and like 30 is what they suggest. So that's a known good one. Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and come down here. I'm going to disconnect this guy. I'll leave that guy right. She's right there. Can you see that right there? And I'll disconnect these guys. Disconnect this one here. You can do this from inside, from the controller, but since I'm out here, I just might as well do it right here. And then this is where it gets a little hairy because you got to undo all these and. All right. And then. What's it showing?
24.3.
So it's pretty darn close. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna just go ahead and go with it. Now, let me make sure all these connections are good. Again. And you should use some waterproof. They do make some of these that are waterproof. I have put a C's compound that's waterproof on this, so that's what I have on this stuff. So put these on pretty tight. There we go. All right, and then do this guy. And all right, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to go turn on the water. And when I turn it on, what's going to happen is the valves over there, it's going to be group 2 over there. It will probably come on for a couple of seconds. So let me go do that. And you can, if you want, Rudy, you can be recording that.
All right. Yep.
Okay, and so now I'm gonna go inside, and I'm gonna turn on the system through the controller, and hopefully they'll come up. So let's do that. I'll do that.
Okay.
Be careful, don't get wet.
Yep.
There it is. Working. I'm gonna check out something over here. We're good. I'm going to go ahead and turn it off. Turn off the system, and then Thursday we'll come back and put that cover back on.
All right.
All right. Yeah, and I'm going to leave the system off for till Thursday.